It is time to review a film which tells a story, and this story is The Greatest Fairy Tale Never Told.
Yo, dudes, the Empire's pretty chill. Maybe you could, join it or something.
Hey everyone, Lucimus Prime here, so it's time for a brand new movie review today for one of my favourite animated franchises of all time. And in today's video I'm going to be reviewing what is of course the first instalment of this franchise. And this is one of my favourite animated films of all time as well, and definitely one of my favourite ways to start a franchise as well. And this film of course is none other than 2001's SHREK. So, now how was this film made then? So this is based on the book SHREK by William Steig, and this film was of course developed by DreamWorks Pictures. They of course distributed it and produced by DreamWorks Animation and PDI DreamWorks. And so development began in 1995, and Chris Farley was cast as a voice of a character, and he did record most of the dialogue for the character, but sadly he passed away in 1997. So rest in peace, Chris Farley. After he passed away, Mike Myers was then hired to voice SHREK in his place, and he gave SHREK, of course, the Scottish accent as well. The film was also intended to be filmed using motion capture, but after poor test results, the studio instead hired Pacific Data Images to complete the film with computer animation instead, just CGI, no motion capture. And the film parodies other fairy tales, such as animated Disney films, which I think did a really funny job doing. And the film then premiered at the Man Village Theatre in Westwood and was later shown at the 2001 Cannes Film Festival, and it competed for a Palme d'Or, which made it the first animated film to do so since Disney's Peter Pan from 1953. It was then officially released by DreamWorks Pictures in the United States on May 18, 2001, and it grossed over $492 million worldwide, and it became the fourth highest grossing film of 2001. The film was widely praised by critics for its animation, voice performances, soundtrack, writing and humour, and they regarded this humour as being suitable for both adults and children. And the film was nominated for Academy Award for Best Adapted Screenplay, and it won the first Academy Award for Best Animated Feature. When it comes, of course, to my reaction to this film then, so I saw this film a couple of years ago on Netflix because one day I decided to get into a franchise because I was already aware of franchises' existence for many years before, but I'd not had a chance to get into watching the films yet, so I saw it was on Netflix, so I decided to give it a watch and see what I thought of it. And I gotta say, as a first-time viewer, I definitely really loved it. I think it was definitely a really amazing animated film, and in my opinion, just how you start a franchise. So, now, what is the movie about then? So, in the film, an embittered ogre named SHREK finds his home in the swamp overrun by fairy tale creatures banished by the obsessive ruler, Lord Farquaad. With the help of Donkey, SHREK makes a pact with Farquaad to rescue Princess Fiona in exchange for regaining control of his swamp. So, when it comes to what I think is great about this film then, so I definitely think the film has a really great cast of voice actors in this. So Mike Myers, of course, voices the film's title character SHREK. And I definitely think that Mike Myers does an absolutely phenomenal job voicing SHREK in this film and the rest of the franchise. And it's easily, in my opinion, my favourite role of Mike Myers because he's absolutely hilarious in the role and does an absolutely brilliant job voicing SHREK. And makes him such a memorable, iconic character, in my opinion. He's just so funny as him and hilarious. And many times, well, SHREK can be relatable and just so likeable and really fun to watch in this film. And Mike Myers absolutely did a brilliant job voicing him. I also definitely really love the absolute legend Eddie Murphy as Donkey in this film as well. He's my favourite voice role of Eddie Murphy because Donkey was just so funny in this film. And definitely, in my opinion, a really great sidekick character to SHREK as well because he was definitely, in my opinion, a really funny character, in my opinion. And definitely really loyal to SHREK as well, which I did love about the character as well. And I also, as well, definitely really loved Cameron Diaz in this film as Princess Fiona. That's probably my favourite role of Cameron Diaz of all time as well. I think she did a really great job voicing Princess Fiona in this film, and made her such a likeable character as well. I also, as well, definitely really love John Lithgow in this film as Lord Farquaad, who you could say is probably this film's main villain, really. I think John Lithgow did a really good job playing Farquaad, made him a really funny character. And he was definitely lots of fun to watch him because he was just pretty funny for a villain, I must say. Really funny. And yeah, fun was definitely really great. And there's other supporting characters in this who appear in supporting roles. For example, you got fairy tale characters. So, for example, we get appearances, for example, from Mr. Geppetto and Pinocchio, and also Three Blind Mice, and also Three Little Pigs, and also, as well, Big Bad Wolf, and many others as well, and also, as well, Robin Hood, as well, and also Peter Pan. So many, like, book characters in this. It's pretty cool, really, how we all come together in this. And other great things about this film I also love is also animation, because considering this film is from 2001, in my opinion, animation is beautiful. Like, I definitely think it holds up really well, because when I rewatched the film last night for this review, I definitely think it holds up really well. And it was definitely lots of fun to see in this, because it in my opinion, it holds up really well. Even on rewatches, it holds up really well. Like, it really amazes me how well the film's aged when it comes to its animation. And it would, of course, also get better and better with the next films as well, which was definitely brilliant. And I also, as well, definitely really love the musical score in this film, composed by Harry Gregson Williams and John Powell. They, of course, are recurring composers for DreamWorks films, and I think in this film they did a really great job composing the music. I especially really loved the opening song, called Fairy Tale, which appears in the DreamWorks intro of the film, and then, of course, in the film's opening itself. That music, in my opinion, is beautiful. And also, that music would also be used in all the DreamWorks intros for the next films, which was pretty cool. So I definitely love how it became a recurring intro after that, and rightfully so. And the rest of the music was also great too. There was also some great songs in this as well, which were great to listen to. So I definitely really love the addition of the song All Star. That's, in my opinion, a really iconic and memorable song, which, of course, is by the band Smash Mouth. And of course, as well, rest in peace as well to Steve Harwell, the singer of that song. We lost him way too soon, yeah. But I definitely really love this song by him. Steve Harwell was definitely an all-star. And another great thing about the film, in my opinion as well, is also the pacing, because the film is 90 minutes, and in my opinion, it's really well paced in terms of the story and the way it goes. It never gets boring or too fast, in my opinion, or too slow. In my opinion, it's paced really well because there's lots of fun. And the humour also helps keep the film going as well, definitely. And I think they did a really good job with humour in this because, like, of course, the reactions to this, I'd say the humour in this is great for both adults and children alike, because this film is for everyone, and it definitely shows it from the humour. And another great thing about this film for me is also, as well, when it comes to the messages it also gives out as well, because I definitely love how he gives out an excellent moral, being that, of course, you can accept others for who they are, you can open your heart out to others, and you can love yourself no matter what you look like. So, that really was, in my opinion, a great message for it to spread out like that. I definitely really love that about this film, which is why I think it's an amazing film, because of that message. So, yeah, I definitely really love this film because of that, because it can be relatable to others who are watching the film, and I think it, hits really hard, I must say, really, definitely. That's why I love the film. And I think, as well, that what's also great about the film is, it's also started this franchise on a really high note, as well, because it was so great, and it definitely, of course, paved the way for more to come, as well. However, there also been any bad qualities with this film, then, so maybe I could say that maybe some of the fairy tale characters deserve more screen time. For example, the Gingerbread Man, because he only appears for like one scene being interrogated by Farquaad, and that's it, we don't see him again. Something applies to a Magic Mirror in that scene as well, because it only shows Farquaad, who he can, of course, marry. And also, as well, there are some scenes in this film which also might not be appropriate for a family-friendly audience, because there is, of course, the use of some swear words. For example, of course, when Shrek and Donkey are fighting, Shrek calls Donkey a stubborn jackass, which is not a very appropriate term for a family-friendly film. And there's also the other line, well, I have to say my ass as well, which is also not appropriate either. But yeah, they could have probably changed words around a little bit to make it more family friendly, but yeah, they included those in the film really, so that's why I'd say the film might not be as family friendly as it makes out to be in terms of some of the dialogue. Because while the humour is certainly for everyone, some of the dialogue is not very popular for a family friendly film, unfortunately. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame really. And also as well, even though the film does make fun of lots of Disney's cliches, it does unfortunately use the typical misunderstanding cliche really, which is a bit of a shame really. Like, I think they could have probably done something else better than that, to be completely honest. But nonetheless, I still absolutely love the first Shrek movie. To me, it's a phenomenal start to the franchise, and if I was to give a film a score out of 10, because of those feedback qualities I mentioned, such as characters being underused, and also as well inappropriate language being used, and the cliche being used for misunderstanding, I'd probably give the film a very solid score of 9 out of 10. And when it comes to the rest of the franchise, of course, as you guys may know from my ranking video, my personal favourite, of course, is Shrek 2. I unfortunately, however, really hate Shrek the Third. That to me is the worst of the franchise. And I would say that, in my opinion, the true Shrek 3 is the film Shrek Forever After. And as far as I'm concerned, that's the end of the franchise. That's what I'll say about it. So, to me, Shrek is only a trilogy of Shrek 1, Shrek 2, and Shrek Forever After. That's what I'll say. So guys, this is me, of course, doing my review, of course, 2001 Shrek. Definitely, in my opinion, a really amazing start to the franchise. So, you know the drill, guys. Be sure to give this video a like. Also, be sure to tell us in the comments what you guys think of Shrek. If you've seen it, leave in the comments below what you think of it. Also, be sure to join the team, press and subscribe, coming in the future. And I'll see you all later.